Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. Today we're going to do the closeout for my November 2025 monthly budget. November was October 31st through November 27th for me and my family. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie. I'm 38 years old. I am married and my husband and I have 3 boys ages 11, 9, and 6, and we live in the state of Florida. So our primary objectives here are to save for future known and unknown expenses, pay down our debt, eventually paying off our debt, and living within our means month to month so that we're not accruing any more debt. So that sounds like something you're interested in. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. So we're just going to talk through how the month of November went for us, starting with our income. So Brian did bring in a little more than we were expecting at $4,600. I brought in $3,212. I thought I was going to get a YouTube check, but I didn't qualify, so we actually brought in nothing for business income. Only $10.50 worth of eggs this month because the eggs are just not egging, due to the time change. For interest between our high yield savings account and our checking account, we earned $37.08. Other $1,049.60. $505.60 was a refund from our vacation at Legoland. And then we had $554, I believe it is, worth of banking bonuses deposited into our account this month. So that's a total of $10,114.18 for our income. Not too shabby. So as far as our bills go, our mortgage came out as expected. Our light bill, which is our FPL, was $61.07. We do not have a water bill or a sewer bill because we have septic and a well. Our light bill is usually pretty low because we do have solar panels. The air conditioning is like the #1 killer of our electric bill. I think for the most part, we can cover our electricity use with our solar panels. But when it's the summertime or cold enough to run the heater, then we do end up with a bill. Our Kinetic, which is our internet provider, was $17.49. AT&T is our cell phone provider. We have 4 lines and it was $152.32. Netflix was $8.76. We tithed $50. Our solar panel payment is $225.19. We paid $170 towards our medical bills, $250 towards our ViStar credit card, $590 towards our Navy Federal card, which is our debt snowball card, our priority debt payoff. We paid $72.33 for our life insurance policies. My student loan got $138. Brian's Tundra got $724.56. My Carnival got $696.30, and we did sign up for HBO Max this month, and that was $3.27. We also paid our property taxes this month, which ended up being $1,464.86. So all said and done, we spent $6,464.15. The main anomaly here was our property taxes were more than we anticipated. We only brought in $1,205 from our sinking fund for our property taxes. So it was a little over $200 more than we had saved. Everything else was about as expected, a few cents here or there for things like Kinetic and AT&T. Let's move on to our variable expenses. So we are a family of 5. Our groceries include anything consumable. So that's also like our body wash, laundry detergent, toilet paper, things like that. So for the month of November, we were just about right at budget for $1,181.95. We were over for cars. We spent $554.02. Medical was $61.43. I had a small medical bill that was like $11 that I just paid for instead of adding it to our medical debt pile. And then I had a copay of $50 for an appointment. We ate out a couple of times. We got Popeye's chicken one time, and then I believe we got pizza one time. So that was $85.08 for eating out. For kids, we spent $32.41. We didn't spend anything on clothes or blow money. For home, we spent $437.96. This ate up a lot of our budget. We got our carpet cleaned in the month of November. We weren't planning in advance to do that. We just cash flowed it. So that was $150. We did have like a little cold snap here in Florida, and when it got cold, we realized our heat wasn't working, so we had an AC service call. That was $110. And we try our best not to run our heat. I think it's set at like 64 maybe. Yeah, I think it's set at 64. So we bought some electric blankets because the ones our boys had last year stopped working, and that's usually just what we do to keep warm. We put the electric blankets on the bed before we go to sleep to warm the bed, and then, you know, cover up with them to keep us warm at night so we don't have to use the heat. And so we spent like 80 something dollars on electric blankets in the month of November. So that's some of the things that added up to get us to that $437.96. Homestead chicken feed, we ended up spending $80.19. I think that was for chicken feed and some like chicken water cups for like 5-gallon bucket to make a new waterer for our chickens. So all of that came to $2,433.04. For our savings, we were planning on adding money to our variable fund, but we didn't. We did add $100 to our income tax. We doubled what we were going to put in Christmas at $425. We put $300 towards projects, $37 towards our month ahead, $40 towards subscriptions, and $300 towards car insurance. And all of that adds up to $1,202. So if you have a look at our receipt here, what our income was minus our bills and debt, our variable expenses, our savings, we're rolling over $14.99 into the month of December. So I feel like we had pretty good income, but it doesn't seem like we did very much with it to me. We didn't send more to debt than we anticipated. We were supposed to send $585 and we sent $590. I think what hurt us the most was doing the not doing them, but you know, paying property taxes. We just didn't have enough saved, so we had to cash flow that, and then going ahead and getting the carpet cleaned, and then we ended up having that service call with the AC, which we weren't expecting. So just some things that happened here or there. Overspending in gas, because I have been going back to work, you know, 4 days a week, and that causes me to have to fill up twice a week instead of once a week. Just things like that. So we didn't add any debt, but I still feel like disappointed at how we didn't add or didn't pay more towards debt than we anticipated that we would. But we did beef up Christmas. Currently Christmas shopping and realizing, you know, $1,200 wasn't enough. You know, we're over the $1,200, so we have to make sure that we don't go into debt for Christmas by adding extra money to the Christmas fund also. So that's where we are right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop me a comment down below and let me know how your month of November went. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.